Some preliminary studies from Germany, from the United States, that suggest that it could be up to 8-9 days for mild patients, but it could be a lot longer for people who are more severely ill. We recommend the use of a fabric mask for people in the general community living in areas where there's transmission, where there's active transmission, and they can't practice physical distancing. So when they're in crowded situations, such as public transportation, for example, or in some kind of closed settings, we recommend the use of a fabric mask. So if you yourself are infected, and you may not know it yet, because there is the possibility of asymptomatic transmission or pre-symptomatic transmission, if you put that fabric mask on, you reduce that opportunity to transmit to someone else. What we have are a few studies, again, it's limited information, on when people test positive through PCR testing and when they may have more viral load, is what we say. It's more particles that
a lot of
virus in their body, thank you. And it appears from very limited information that we have so far that people have more virus in their body at or around the time that they develop symptoms. So very early on. Which is different than the profile we saw with SARS. And so that means we don't know actually when people are most infectious, but from that information, people with more virus in their body may be able to spread more early on in infection. And then that tails off. What we don't know well yet is sort of the upper bound of like how long are people infectious. There's some preliminary studies from Germany, from the United States, that suggest that it could be up to 8-9 days for mild patients, but it could be a lot longer for people who are more severely ill. And that's why it's really important that cases are isolated and cared for appropriately so that we prevent that potential for onward transmission. But again, it's still early days, and it's still, we're trying to gather this information to help us really understand when people are most infectious.